Cindy Young with Brownfield, and this is my 2 cents. The 98th Annual National FFA Convention broke its all-time attendance record this year, welcoming more than 73,000 FFA members and guests to Indianapolis. More than 3,000 volunteers participated in the National Days of Service, where students and advisors joined 28 community projects across the greater Indianapolis area. Together, they also donated over 1,500 paracord leashes to Indy Humane. A record 5,162 students earned the American FFA degree, which is the organization's highest honor, an achievement reflecting years of hard work, leadership, and dedication. The convention generated an impressive $41 million in economic impact for Indy and the state of Indiana. It remains the largest annual student gathering in the United States of America. At a time when headlines often focus on troubling youth behavior, it's sure refreshing to be reminded that tens of thousands of respectable, responsible, generous, and resilient young people are out there making a difference. FFA continues to prove that. Through FFA, members develop leadership skills, confidence, and real-world experience through hands-on learning. They build connections with peers, educators, and industry professionals that gain opportunities that extend far beyond high school. FFA fosters belonging, purpose, and pride. I'm Cindy Young with Brownfield. That's my 2 cents.
I used to think food just came from the store, but now I know it starts on a farm. I'm Maya, and I'm in the 3rd grade. This year, I got to be a part of Agriculture Education on the Move, where we learned about crops, animals, and all the work farmers do every day. I was surprised by how many things I use every day that come from agriculture. Ag Ed on the Move helps students like me all across Missouri learn about agriculture in fun, hands-on ways. We even practice math, science, and reading during these lessons, which my teacher really likes. Support agricultural education by partnering with Missouri Farmers Care to bring ag education on the move to your school. Because when we understand where our food comes from, we grow up grateful. Who knows? Maybe I may become a farmer. Learn more at agmoves.com. Agriculture education on the move, enriching lives one classroom at a time.
You've seen the vertical screens in Salem and Houston filled with local community events, business ads, and even obituaries. It's called Town Screen. But did you know that you could place your message in either or both of those towns, starting as low as $15 for a week per market? You won't find a more affordable way to get your message out to the public. Produce your own ad or get help from the Town Screen staff. Go online to townscreen.com or call or text 636-338-1199. Town Screen. At Country Mart in Salem, you'll find gluten-free, organic, and diabetic products. They also have fresh produce, quality meats, a bakery, and a full-service deli that serves breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Have you joined the Country Mart e-Club yet? You'll receive exclusive offers, weekly specials, and special sale items through your email. It's free to join, and for more information about the e-Club, go to www.tcmarkets.com. It's just another service from Country Mart in Salem.
A light day for direct cash cattle business and cash hogs into the day lower. Good morning. I'm Megan Grebner with your Brownfield Livestock Market Report. There was a very light, very scattered direct cash cattle trade that was reported on Thursday. Dress deals in the north had a range of $355 to $362, mostly $360, which is $2 higher than the prior week's weighted average basis in Nebraska. Live deals in the south were at $230 to mostly $232. $4 below the previous week's weighted averages. At the winter livestock auction in Kansas, steers and heifers were $5 to $20 lower across all weight classes. The USDA says larger reputation lots sold better than smaller packages of feeders and calves. Medium and large one feeder steers, 560 to 578 pounds, brought $382.50 to $407. Medium and large one feeder heifer, 605 to 647 pounds, brought $313 to $336. Boxed beef closed mixed with light and moderate demand for moderate offerings. Choice down 29 cents at $377.97. Select was 51 cents higher at $360.76. Estimated cattle slaughter was 112,000 head, down 2,000 on the week and down more than 12,000 on the year. Cash hogs closed lower with a light negotiated run. The cash hog market has slowed to end the week. Processors were more aggressive in their procurement efforts early on. The industry continues to monitor the availability of market-ready hogs and hog weight. Demand remains a wild card right now as key export and trade data is missing amid the ongoing shutdown of the U.S. government. Domestic demand is likely finding at least some support because pork remains a competitively priced protein in the retail space. Barrels and gilts at the National Daily Direct were down $1.68 with a weighted average of 84.31. The Iowa Minnesota was 2.28 lower with a weighted average of 84.54, and the Western Corn Belt was down $1.75 with a weighted average of 84.34. Pork values ended the day lower, down 36 cents at 97.18. Ribs were sharply lower, and estimated hog slaughter was 477,000 head, even on the weekend, down more than 11,000 on the year. At the CME, live cattle were lower, feeders were sharply lower on technical liquidation, and lean hog futures ended the day lower on technical selling. The market remains concerned about long-term demand. I'm Megan Grebner for Brownfield.
Okay, it's time for our fan field goal kick of the game.
Hey, he's wearing a Pioneer brand PowerCore Enlist Corn t-shirt.
Of course, Pioneer brand PowerCore Enlist corn beats the competition's yields by 7.7 bushels an acre.
All right, here's the kick.
It's good!
Not bad for a guy in work boots.
Plant the 100th season of Pioneer. Visit pioneer.com/powerup.
At the Missouri Department of Agriculture, they know protecting your livestock is a top priority, especially when black vultures are involved. Use the following tips to keep these pests away. Pen birthing animals near human activity. Remove roosting locations such as dead trees and abandoned barns, and scare vultures away with loud noises. Visit agriculture.mo.gov for more tips. There are plenty of mitigation options available. Get help today at agriculture.mo.gov.
That has been the Brownfield Commentary and Midday Livestock Report. It is now time for a look at updated funeral announcements being brought to you as a courtesy of Your World Today. Serving Salem and Dent County for over 30 years, Your World Today is 4 pages of information that will take you about 5 minutes to read, and they are available in over 40 locations in Salem and in Bunker, and online at our website, KSMOradio.com. Your World Today. Be sure and pick one up every weekday or check it out online. David Ray Hedrick, age 81, of Keosauqua, Iowa, passed away Tuesday, October 28th. Funeral services for David Ray Hedrick will be Saturday morning at 10 at the Wilson Mortuary, Viburnum Chapel. Visitation for family and friends will be this evening from 5 this afternoon until 8 tonight in the Wilson Mortuary, Viburnum Chapel. Burial with military honors will follow in the Maple Grove Cemetery. Memorial contributions may be made to Maple Grove Cemetery. And cards are available, and all arrangements for David Ray Hedrick of Keosauqua, Iowa, are under the direction of the Wilson Mortuary of Viburnum. Harold Wayne Hamilton, age 71, of Salem, passed away Thursday, October 30th. A celebration of life service will be Saturday night at 6 o'clock at the Wilson Mortuary, Salem Chapel. Visitation for family and friends of Harold Hamilton will also be Saturdays at 5 in the afternoon and continue until service time at 6. At Harold's request, only white arrangements of flowers or plants are to be sent to his service. Memorials may be made to the Salem Public Library. Cards will be available, and all arrangements for Harold Wayne Hamilton of Salem are under the direction of the Wilson Mortuary of Salem. Albert Vernon Malone of Rolla passed away Monday, February 3rd, 2025, at the age of 101 years. Services for Albert Vernon Malone will be at the Emmanuel Lutheran Church in Rolla on Tuesday, November 11th at 1 in the afternoon, with visitation on Monday, November 10th, from 1 to 3 in the afternoon at the Rolla James Gar Chapel. Burial will be at the Morrison Cemetery, Salem, Missouri. In lieu of flowers, memorial contributions may be made in Albert's memory to Emmanuel Lutheran Church in Rolla, Peace Lutheran Cemetery Association, or the Morrison Cemetery in Salem. Envelopes for donations are available at all James Gar locations, and all arrangements for Albert Vernon Malone of Rolla are under the direction of the James Gar Mortuary of Rolla. Jesse Andrew Fuller, Sr. of Salem, passed away Friday, October 31st, at the age of 58 years. A celebration of life for Jesse Fuller, Sr. will be held Saturday afternoon of November 15th at 4 o'clock at the Wilson Mortuary, Salem Chapel. Visitation for family and friends of Jesse Fuller, Sr. will also be on Saturday, November 15th from 2 until service time at 4 o'clock. Memorial contributions may be made to the family to help with final expenses. Envelopes will be available, and all arrangements for Jesse Andrew Fuller, a senior of Salem, are under the direction of the Wilson Mortuary of Salem. Cheryl Lee Lawton Bowles of Salem passed away Thursday, November 6th, at the age of 78 years. A private celebration of life gathering will be announced by the family at a later date. And all arrangements for Cheryl Lee Lawton Bowles of Salem are under the direction of the Wilson Mortuary of Salem. That has been a look at updated funeral announcements and was brought to you as a courtesy of Your World Today. Your World Today is the only daily news flyer in Dent County. It is available in over 40 locations in Salem and in Bunker. And be sure and check out Your World Today online at our website, KSMOradio.com. Your World Today has been serving Dent County for over 30 years, and the best part about it is absolutely free.
Out of town and want to know what's going on in Salem, how the Salem Tigers did, or who may have passed away? There's only one way to get that information quickly, and that's by going to Your World Today online. Go to KSMOradio.com and click on the Your World Today button, and you'll get the latest edition online, or check out the Your World Today archives. And if you are in town, pick one up in any of the 30-plus locations in Salem and Bunker. Your World Today, they're free!
It is now time for a look at local news, and it's being brought to you by Southwest Baptist University's Salem campus. SBU's Salem campus provides quality higher education close to home for residents of Dent County and the surrounding area. For more on degrees and programs, stop by SBU Salem campus today at 501 South Grand Street, or you can call them at 573-729-7071. I'm Bob Parsons reporting. On Wednesday, November 5th, the Missouri State Highway Patrol's Division of Drug and Crime Control arrested a 41-year-old Carl E. Swanson of St. James in connection with a sexual abuse investigation conducted by the Troop I Criminal Investigative Unit of the Missouri State Highway Patrol. The Phelps County Prosecuting Attorney formally charged Swanson with one count of child molestation in the first degree, one count of statutory rape in the second degree, and one count of statutory sodomy in the second degree. Swanson is being held in the Phelps County Jail with a $250,000 bond. On April 28th of this year, the Phelps County Sheriff's Office requested the Division of Drug and Crime Control to investigate allegations of child abuse, sex abuse, involving former Doolittle Police Department officer Carl E. Swanson. At that time, Swanson was transported to the Phelps County Jail and placed on an investigative hold. These charges are mere accusations and are not evidence of guilt. Evidence in support of these charges must be presented before a court of competent jurisdiction whose duty it is to determine guilt or innocence. The Missouri Department of Natural Resources and Missouri State Parks recognize and thank all veterans and active duty military members for their service by offering 2 promotions in honor of Veterans Day. To show appreciation for their service, all veterans and active duty military members who camp at a Missouri State Park campground Tuesday, November 11th, will receive a promotional code for a free night of camping. The veteran must be staying the night of November 11th and show identification of veteran or active duty military status when checking in to receive the promotional code. Missouri State Parks will accept several types of identification. Veterans and active military members are also invited to take a free tour of Missouri State Historic Sites Saturday, November 8th through Tuesday, November 11th with valid identification. Some Missouri State Parks and historic sites change their hours of operation during the fall for the off-season. Visitors are encouraged to check current hours online at mostateparks.com before heading to a state park or historic site. In addition, Missouri State Parks offers a $2 per night camping discount year-round at state park campgrounds for military members and veterans. Nightly camping rates vary from campground to campground based on a different criteria. Retired veteran and active duty military personnel, as well as family members of active duty military personnel with valid military identification provided at check-in, will receive the military discount. For more information on state parks and historic sites, visit mostateparks.com. The Missouri Department of Transportation is seeking community input on a project which will replace the Dent County Route B Bridge over Dry Creek in 2026. Built in 1939, the Dry Creek Bridge is in poor condition, showing signs it has reached the end of its useful life and in need of replacement. Currently, construction will require a full roadway closure for Route B at the bridge, with a signed detour. The public is invited to attend an open house style meeting on Thursday, November 20th at the Salem Public Library North Basement Meeting Space located at 403 North Jackson Street in Salem. Visitors may stop by at any time that afternoon between 4:30 and 6 to speak with project team members, view exhibits outlining the planned work and proposed detour, ask questions, and leave comments. There will be no formal presentation. Meeting materials will also be available online. In addition to the public meeting, there will be a 3-week open comment period running November 13th through December 4th. Input may be submitted online through a form on the project webpage, email to cdcr@modot.mo.gov, or mail to 1511 Missouri Boulevard, Jefferson City, Missouri 65102. All comments must be received or postmarked by December 4th, 2025. More details are available about the project online at modot.org/projects/route-B. 14 state parks will be temporarily closed to public for managed deer hunts to safely and effectively manage the park's deer population. The hunts are a coordinated effort between the Missouri Department of Natural Resources, Division of State Parks, and the Missouri Department of Conservation. Only one of the state parks in our immediate area affected is Montauk State Park at 345 County Road 6670, Salem. They'll be closed from December 2nd through the 4th for a managed hunt. Guests are encouraged to not visit the parks on those days as they will be turned away for their safety. Missouri state parks are usually wildlife refuges where hunting is not permitted. However, when an overpopulation of deer develops, the Department of Natural Resources and the Department of Conservation hold special managed hunts to prevent harm to the ecosystem. This year, studies at the parks determined the deer population showed an overcrowded number of deer per acre. The managed hunt will help other wildlife and ecosystem by reducing the number of deer in the area. The Missouri Department of Conservation has already selected hunters for these hunts. Would you like to schedule a call with a tax representative regarding your tax matters? Appointments can be scheduled with a tax representative regarding individual income tax questions or business tax questions, including My Tax Portal, business tax registration, sales, use, employer withholding, or corporate income tax. Tax preparers can also schedule a call for individual income tax or business tax questions. Simply enter dor.mo.gov/taxation/scheduled tax call into your browser to go to the site to schedule your appointment. The Missouri State Highway Patrol's Division of Drug and Crime Control announced that criminal charges have been filed against 39-year-old Melvin J. Fincher of Rolla regarding the theft of cattle. Fincher has pending charges in other counties, which include Phelps, Dent, Polk, and Nottoway counties. Fincher was arrested on October 24th after an investigation conducted by the Rural Crimes Investigation Unit with the assistance of an area law enforcement. In July of 2024, the Highway Patrol was made aware of suspicious activity involving the sale of livestock and farm equipment in Phelps County. During the investigation, Rural Crime Investigation Unit investigators were informed by Texas authorities of a cattle theft investigation involving 42 head of cattle from a livestock market in Texas. The theft occurred between August 10th and 11th of 2024, and the total value of the cattle was $71,078. After further investigation, it was determined the cattle were received by Melvin Fincher, a resident of Phelps County. During the investigation, while searching property associated with Fincher, USDA livestock tags were located in the livestock pens on the premises. Identification numbers indicated the tags were issued to the livestock market in Texas, where the cattle were originally stolen. Additional evidence was collected connecting Fincher to the theft of cattle in Texas. On December 2, 2024, Fincher was formally charged by the Phelps County prosecuting attorney with one count of stealing livestock and or wildlife, a prior offense. Fincher later pled guilty to this charge. This October 27th, Fincher was sentenced to serve 10 years incarceration with the Missouri Department of Corrections. The sentence was suspended in execution of sentence, and Fincher is currently serving 5 years of supervised probation. Fincher is also facing numerous charges in Dent, Polk, and Nottoway counties for other related criminal offenses, including identity theft, livestock theft, and farm equipment theft. The total value of damages involved in these cases exceeds $219,000. The Missouri State Highway Patrol is appreciative of the assistance from the Texas and Southwestern Cattle Raisers Association, the Missouri Livestock and Farm Protection Task Force, USDA, and the Polk County Sheriff's Office. If you have any further information regarding these cases, please contact Highway Patrol's Division of Drug and Crime Control at 573-526-6122. The Salvation Army will once again partner with Walmart for the annual Angel Tree Program, as well as the Dent County Toy Drive to help local children this Christmas. Local residents have always enjoyed adopting a child and shopping for clothing, coats, hats, and toys. Some families use this time of year to teach their children the importance of giving during the holiday season. The Angel Tree will be available beginning Wednesday, November 26th through Saturday, December 20th. Sign-ups for families wanting to participate in the Angel Tree and the Dent County Toy Drive will be held in the afternoon of Monday, November 24th, and Monday, December 1st at the Salem Community Center at the Armory from 3:30 to 5:30. This program is for children from birth to 12 years of age. Parents must bring proof of child's age and proof of residency, such as a utility bill, birth certificate, or report card. They must also know the interest of each child in clothing and shoe sizes. Salvation Army Dent County Service Unit office hours are Monday through Friday from 9 in the morning till 4 in the afternoon and is located in the Salem Community Center at the Armory, 1200 West Rolla Road here in Salem. For additional information, please call 573-729-8163, or you can email sherry@salemcommunitycenter.org. The Dent County Toy Drive can be messaged directly on Facebook as well. Well, that has been a look at local news, and it was brought to you by your hometown radio. No, it wasn't. It was brought to you by SBU Salem Campus at 501 South Grand Street. My apologies for that. At 501 South Grand Street, they offer degrees in nursing, RN Bridge program, criminal justice, and elementary education. And if you'd like more information, contact SBU Salem Campus at 573-729-7071.
Southwest Baptist University campus in Salem provides quality higher education close to home for residents of Dent County and the surrounding areas. The classes at SBU Salem campus are taught in the afternoon and evenings, making a degree attainable for people who are in the workforce or can't afford to go off to get a degree. We offer degrees in nursing, which is an RN Bridge program, elementary education. For more information on the degrees and programs, please contact admissions counselor Chris Welch to schedule an appointment as a prospective or returning student.
Reality check number 36. Shouldn't your personal banker know you, well, personally? At Town & Country Bank, we have a solution for that. The first thing we do is get to know you. Are you a planner or a last-second guy? Have a house full of crazy kids or an empty nest? We aren't just your banker. We're your neighbor who helps with money. We might even spring for a cup next time we see you in the coffee shop. Town & Country Bank. Smart, friendly solutions. Member FDIC.
Black vultures can be harmful to livestock operations across Missouri.
The range of black vultures have generally been in the southern part of the United States, but as their range has expanded into Missouri, the number of conflicts has been increasing over time.
Mitigation efforts are available through the USDA.
One of the main tools that we use is a black vulture effigy, and we have those on hand. If you have a pasture where you're calving, we can hang a couple of these up around the edges of the pastures, and that'll scare those birds off. We bring pyrotechnics and other tools to harass vultures off the site. Lasers can work very well. We also carry all the permits to do lethal removals if necessary. If you have a calf that was deceased and you don't know what caused it, or you suspect that it could have been a black vulture that killed that, we can come out on site and provide a necropsy free of charge. The funding for that work is provided through the Missouri State Legislature to the Department of Agriculture, no cost to the landowner.
Find out more at agriculture.mo.gov.
Vanity Fair calls BritBox a delicious streamer. Collider says everyone should be watching. Catch Britain's next best series with BritBox. Stream acclaimed new originals like Code of Silence.
You read lips, right?
And Linley, based on the best-selling mystery series.
Say hi, Linley. Take it from here.
And don't miss the new season of Karen Piri, coming this October.
You don't look like police. I'll take that as a compliment.
See it differently when you stream the best of British TV with BritBox. Watch with a free trial today.
Oh, yeah! Here we go. Did you just plant Pioneer Brand Z-Series soybeans again?
You bet your next level genetics I did. After last year's huge yields, why wouldn't I want to maximize that Z-Series momentum?
Right. How could I forget about that performance? It totally beat our expectations. Let's unleash some Z-Series on those acres. Come on!
Now you're talking. With that kind of ROI, why would we plant anything else?
Plant Z-Series soybeans in the 100th season of Pioneer. Visit pioneer.com/greatest yields.
Now, time for a look at local and regional sports, being brought to you as courtesy of your Ozark sports leader, KSMO. The Salem Varsity Football Tigers will continue their postseason in the Class 3 District Semifinal round. They're heading down south to take on the Mountain Grove Panthers. The Panthers ended the game with a season record of 8-1, having earned a bye week last week. The Tigers have a combined 4-6 record between regular and postseason play this year. You can listen to this game live on KSMO Radio, 1340 AM and 95.7 FM, as well as on their Facebook and YouTube pages. KSMO Media will be broadcasting a live video stream, but is required to be hosted only on Misha.tv. If you would like to watch the game, visit Misha.tv and use the keyword Salem in the search bar to find the broadcast. Please note there is a charge and possible service fees may apply. These are all regulated by Misha and not by KSMO Media. Tiger Talk with Stan Stevens and Coach Myers will start at approximately 6:25 and kickoff is scheduled for 7 o'clock. The winner of tonight's game will go on to face the winner of the Clever and St. James game being held tonight in St. James. The Mizzou Tiger football team will take on the third-ranked Texas A&M Aggies tomorrow afternoon with a kickoff scheduled for 2:30. Tune in to KSMO Radio to listen to the game live. The St. Louis Blues will return home tomorrow night to face the Seattle Kraken. KSMO Radio will join this game live following Missouri football. The Mizzou basketball Tigers will be at home this Sunday to face the Virginia Military Institute Keydets in the Mizzou Arena. Tip-off will be at 3:30, and you can listen to the game on KSMO Radio with pregame coverage starting at 3 o'clock. Kansas City Chiefs are on their bye week and will face the Denver Broncos next Sunday at 3:25 in the afternoon. And that has been a look at local and regional sports brought to you as courtesy of KSMO. Stay tuned for a look at sports from the Missouri Net.
Missouri Net Sports, I'm Bill Pollock. A nice bounce-back win for the Blues, 3-0 at Buffalo. For the second night in a row, the Blues scored a shorthanded goal. They also added an empty netter. Joel Hofer made 27 saves.
Yeah, I thought, RG did a great job boxing out and, getting under sticks and making sure I saw everything. It was a good job by the D.
The Blues at home tomorrow against Seattle. Alec Burleson of the Cardinals won the National League Silver Slugger Award at the utility position. He hit .290 with 18 homers and 69 RBIs. The Royals are hiring the Brewers hitting coach, Connor Dawson. The 32-year-old is from the Kansas City area. The Brewers had the third best batting average in all of baseball this past season. The Royals are looking to revamp their approach to hitting. This is a good pickup. Mizzou women's basketball 2-0 after a 77-69 win over Tulane. Grace Slaughter scored 27 points. Junior Shannon Dowell with 10 goes over 1,000 for her career. The Mizzou men host KSMO tonight in their home opener. All 9 who played in the game at Howard scored at least 7 points in their opening win.
Being able to play the right way, you have weapons, and I love the versatility of our team. We just got to continue to get better, and that's what this is. This phase is about getting better.
Dennis Gates. Mizzou football hosts Texas A&M tomorrow. A key member of A&M's defense, linebacker Scooby Williams, will be out. 43 tackles, 4 pass breakups, an interception. Any little bit can help true freshman Matt Zollers, who starts for the Tigers at quarterback. On the Mizzou side, tight end Brett Norfleet is questionable. We may see more of redshirt freshman tight end Jude James, who caught Zollers' first touchdown pass last week. Jude is from St. Charles, and Eli Drinkwitz loves what Jude brings to the team.
Yeah, very consistent. Obviously, he's got playmaking ability with the ball in his hand. Does a really good job running routes. Physical. Has really embraced the opportunities that he's had.
Bill Pollock, Missouri Net Sports.
Retirement can be scary, but only if you're not prepared. That's why AARP created thisispretirement.org. Because unless you've already retired, you're in pretirement, and you still have time to plan. Learn about retirement savings options, potential tax breaks, and how you can build savings over time. Visit thisispretirement.org for free resources to help you customize your action plan and feel the retirement fear disappear. Brought to you by AARP and the Ad Council.
Nobody had to tell your grandparents not to drive while using their typewriters. Why should it be any different for us kids and our cell phones? Distracted driving was the cause of more than 3,000 deaths in 2022. Come on, we're smarter than this. Let's put down the phones and focus on the roads. Drive safe, everybody.
Don't drive distracted. A message brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration, Project Yellow Light, and the Ad Council.
What's up, y'all? It's Fitz, the guy who plays the hits from the Country Top 40. And last weekend, it was Luke Combs sitting on top of the mountain at number 1. And this weekend, we're going to find out if Luke can go 2 weeks in a row or if somebody just knocked him off his throne. It's CT40's Troop Salute this weekend, number 40 to number 1. Every story, every step, right here on the Country Top 40.
The foundation is set.
Missouri knocks off the number 1 team in the nation.
The frame is built.
On the run, Mitchell for the flush, Missouri by 20.
And the gates,
the habits, the response to detail, the execution, all that stuff matters.
Are open.
Drives right baseline to the rim, jams it as he hangs and got fouled.
This is your radio home for Mizzou basketball.
Cruz, here comes the 3. Bang, he splashed it home.
The Central Bank Tiger Network from Learfield.
Having a special event at your business or a community event that needs to have a way to provide instructions to the public? Townscreen can help. They have portable 43-inch displays that can be custom programmed with a bright, high-definition display that can even be sponsored. These portable screens can be used indoors or out and can run up to 12 hours on a battery. So even if there's no electricity available, you are good to go. For more information, go to townscreen.com or call 636-338-1199. Townscreen.
Here at KSMO, we've got news from the Missouri Net coming up next. Then stay tuned to your hometown radio station. I'll be back after the top of the hour with your latest KSMO weather forecast.
Missouri Net News. I'm Sue Danielson. A lawsuit filed by Palestinian students at the University of Missouri will proceed. Students claimed University of Missouri System President Moon Choi violated the First Amendment by barring the group from MU's homecoming parade. A federal judge in Kansas City has ruled Choi is not entitled to qualified immunity. U.S. Senator Josh Hawley is co-sponsoring a bill requiring AI job loss reporting.
I'm all for innovation, but only if it helps actual Americans.
The bill also requires the Labor Department to report the data to Congress.
An effort's underway to highlight Route 66, which is nearly 100 years old. Katie Seal of the group Research Route 66 says 130 stories will be eventually shared on the Google Arts and Culture website.
Just trying to highlight that entrepreneurial spirit you see on Route 66 here in Missouri.
Route 66 turns 100 next year. And get ready for a sharp drop in temperature starting tomorrow. A cold front is moving through the state. Missouri Net News.
MissouriNet.com is your free online news source. No monthly fees or annoying limited access to stories. For more than 50 years,